friends! Well, it has been too long since I've been able to do a video with all of you, but we're back. And since we're well into 2025, I wanted to do a quick recap of what we got to see last year. So between eating and sleeping, mating and even pooping, I got to see lots of behavior last year. And so let's go through our top 10 from last year. Let's start with number 10, and that is mating meadowlark. Oh, that was really pretty amazing. There was a pair of eastern meadowlarks, and you couldn't see them real well. They were in the grass, but it was pretty clear what they were up to. So I guess technically, is that a roll in the hay? No, it's a roll in the grass. Then they flew and went their separate ways. Number 9, and I feel a little guilty putting this in the 9 spot, but number 9 is shifting snowy. It is cold.
It is cold. My fingers are
unexpectedly cold. But we got cold for a reason, right?
Yes, we did.
What did we see?
A snowy owl.
Yes. Have you seen one before?
Cool. Not in person, no.
It's a lifer.
So cool.
That is so cool. I'm so glad we got to see that.
Me too.
It was sitting in some grass. It did move. It did fly a little bit.
It did.
So I'm so glad. The first time seeing the snowy owl was pretty cool. And all of a sudden it is breezy though. I don't feel, well, I guess it was breezier this morning. We just didn't spend much time out in it. Oh my goodness.
Let's hope it turns. Hope it's clear.
That is a great photo. That is a great photo, Denise. I hope it's spot on too for you. But yeah, so snowy owl, super cool. Number 8 is St. Croix eaglet. As with most things in nature, you just have to keep looking and be a little patient. Both eagles are right there. They both are, I would argue, relatively hidden. I imagine they've been here this whole time and I just haven't been able to see them. I think this is going to be our best vantage point way up here at top. Also our best vantage point to get down into the nest a little bit, not a lot. So let's take a look. Well, yet again, nature shows up. There is a young eagle in that nest, and that's pretty awesome. So, and you can judge for yourself how cool that is. I love it when nature just shows up. If I just go hang out enough, nature tends to appear. Number 7 is One Great Family. As I was walking over this way, I came across, well, I'll show you. I love it. It is an adult great horned owl and 2 owlets, and they're sitting pretty visible. Well, I shouldn't say that. Owls are so good at hiding. They're sitting in plain sight if you know exactly where to look, I guess. That was fun, and I found them and was able to share them with that gentleman that had been taking photos of other stuff, and he knew they were here, but I don't think he had seen them yet today. And then actually he saw the other adult. When I said they were up there, he found the other adult that was sitting much higher up, and ironically I hadn't seen that one. I had seen the other 3, so he pointed out the 4th one to me. So sometimes when you are willing to share and help one another, you get more out of it too. So, owls, fun. Number 6 is pair of new hummingbirds. So we went to Colorado and New Mexico in June, and we actually came across a couple different hummingbirds. The first one was a broad-tailed hummingbird, and then the other one was a black-chinned hummingbird. And we actually saw them, and I think for a little while we had a hard time telling the difference because they're pretty small, they move pretty fast. But the guy at the Audubon Center in Santa Fe was sharing with us that the broad-tailed hummingbird actually has a ruby neck, very much like the ruby-throated hummingbird that we're so used to here in Minnesota. And then the black-chinned hummingbird actually has a violet, so a very purple neck, and we actually were able to see that, the difference to it. So that was really fun to see two different hummingbirds. We saw them a lot of different activities. They were mostly by feeders or on a nest, but it was still fun to watch them do their thing and interact with the feeders and one another. Number 5 is cute little coots. You'll notice the question mark. You'll have to determine for yourself if you think they're cute. They're little, and they're coots, but I'll leave the cute up to you. But it was a fun experience because the parent, I'm not sure if it was the mom or the dad, was out searching for invertebrates and other things to feed little coots. There were 3 or 4 taken along with the adult that I was looking at, and they all wanted to be fed at different points. And so that coot was busy. They're pretty busy creatures anyway, in my opinion. They move around a lot and kind of are in the water a lot, but this one was truly working really hard to find all the food and share it with them, and then once in a while I could see it grabbing one for itself. So but it was a fun experience to watch that. Number 4 is hungry warbler. The black and white warbler, I would say kind of my bird nemesis for a while. Every time I try to get a photo of it, it moves, it hops around. It's a really busybody little bird, and for good reason. It's hungry, and when it's migrating through, it feeds, and that all changed. I was out walking, and I saw this guy, and he still was feeding. I was very hungry. I watched him scoop up 3 or 4 different insects, and what I like best about this experience was I got it on video. So you can see the warbler spot the insect, the ant. You can see it grab it, and then you can see him eat it. And then I was also taking photos, and I got a pretty good shot also of it with another ant in its beak. So that was a really fun experience for me, and I finally got good footage of the black and white warbler. Number 3 is feeding flycatcher. So when we were in New Mexico, somebody pointed out that there's a great place to go check out some birds close to Carlsbad Caverns National Park. And so we had an evening open, and so we went out to do that. And we actually had a great experience. And one of the things we came upon in the picnic area was a vermilion flycatcher, which I had never seen before. Aaron had never seen it before. And as I watched this flycatcher, I realized that there were 2 of them. And then I realized that one of the 2 flycatchers was a juvenile. And the little one could fly, but it didn't look like he was very good at feeding himself. So he was relying on mom or dad to do that for him, and or her. And so I got a chance to watch it, and I watched this adult fly off and catch a moth or 2 and bring it back and feed the juvenile vermilion flycatcher. So that was a fun experience. They kept coming back to the same points, so I was able to get them on camera pretty well. So that was pretty great. And so that's number 3. So number 2, for me, it is adorable owl. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. This bird is magnificent. Of course, it's nocturnal, so it's resting, but it is just such a beautiful bird. I've never seen it in my life, and I got lucky because there was a mom with a little kid coming out of the woods, and then there was one person down here who just left, and here I am with the bird, and it's just quietly sitting. I love seeing new birds. I love owls. Seeing new owls. I'm not sure how anybody found that little guy. And he's super tolerant, or she, super tolerant. Kind of opened its eyes a few times, as I think it probably does anyway. I know dozens of people have been there to photograph it, and it sits there. So I hope you enjoy this little bird. I'm so glad that it was here, and I'm so glad that I was able to capture it and share it with you. Well, I think it's really hard to beat that northern saw-whet owl, but I had to give number one to a different bird or set of birds. And so my number one is Sharp-tailed Grouse Dance Party.
Oh, see, I thought that was a female there, and he's dancing.
Yeah.
So I lost the female now.
Yeah, this guy's beautiful. He's got red on him. The guy toward the front here, closest one to me. Now he's turned around. They're coming back in.
I definitely like the binocular better.
Wow, this has been wild, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what did you just say?
20 males and a female.
Males and a female.
And we've speculated that the female took off. When the female took off, the males are just all sitting now. They're kind of hanging.
Yeah.
They seem to have been ignoring her when she was here.
Yeah.
But when she left, they're like, oh, she's gone.
They're even better than they were before.
Yeah, I think so. Among other things to marvel about is, what if they were doing all that right over there, or right behind us? You know, it's like perfect.
Yeah, although thanks everybody for coming along for my top 10 of 2024. And here's to another great year. See you next time.